Hi guys, and welcome back to our channel. My name is Sarah from Dishing Out Wealth, and in today's video we're going to be talking all about ways that you can stop being broke right now. So this video is full of lots of tips and tricks and ways that you can start to get ahead financially even if you're completely broke. So be sure to stick around. And before we get started with the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel because we make new videos every Monday and Thursday, and we would love to have you stick around. We make content on financial education, budgeting advice, social media, business growth hacks, and so much more. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with our video. So before we get started, I would just really like you to know that go into this video with an open mind. We don't want you to feel down about yourself or beat yourself up about things that you can change. And that's what this video is all about, is providing ways where you can go from not making very much money to becoming more financially free. And that's all we really want for you. So go ahead, sit down, listen to the video, and then really take a good look inside yourself and try to make some of these changes, because these are things that you can do right now in order to make a difference. So feel encouraged. This is something that will help you, but just go into it with an open mind. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started with some of the things that you can do right now to stop being broke. So the first way to stop being broke is to look for a way to make more money. This could be looking for a side hustle, getting a new job, asking for a raise, things like that. So if you're looking to do a side hustle, this could be something as simple as opening up an Etsy store, selling something on Amazon, writing an ebook, or doing freelance work on a place like Upwork or Fiverr. Those are really great places if you have something that would be interesting for a company or something that you have to sell. Just put it on one of those freelance sites, and who knows, you might get contacted by someone. That's an easy way for you to work by the hour or even per month to do something on the side in addition to your everyday job. The next way to stop being broke is to stop spending money. And yes, this may be something that you're like, okay, well, duh, stop spending money, I save more money. Yes, that's true, but you may be surprised at how much money you'll save if you stopped spending money. So by spending money on frivolous things, unnecessary things, even if you don't have a big budget to start with, these things can really add up over time. $5 here, $15 there, lunch out with your friends one day. All of this can add up if you're not paying attention. And that kind of leads us into our next point, is to make a budget and stick to said budget. Because if you don't have a budget, if you don't have a plan for where your money is going to go, you are not going to be financially successful. So again, even if you are completely broke, just make a budget just so you can keep track of every single dollar that you make and every dollar that you spend, because it'll help you out so much in the long run. We cannot stress this enough. So we have a video all about how to budget, and you can also contact us at dishingoutwealth.com because we are able to help you plan for your financial future and help you learn how to budget correctly, because this is something that is key and it is something that is really important to know. So there are a lot of budgeting templates you can find online, and again, you can also come to us for help because we have some great information for that. Once you have a budget set, the next way you can really kind of stop being broke is to evaluate where your money is going. So now that you have a budget set and you know how much money you're going to be spending on every category, now is a great time to evaluate what's necessary and what is not. So we've already done a video on the 50-30-20 rule for budgeting, and this breaks down for your wants, your needs, and your savings. So go ahead and check that video out. We'll have a link up here in the cards again so you can find it easily. But just knowing what you're spending your money on, how you're spending your money, is going to be so key in order to get you on track for your finances. Another thing you can do is to find alternative ways or things to do instead of something else. So let's use a few examples here. Instead of going to the movies, which can be about $20 a ticket, why not stay at home and rent an Amazon movie? It can be about $3. You're saving $17. It's pretty significant, honestly. You can buy a bag of popcorn at the grocery store for 50 cents. It is a very cheap movie night at home. Alternatively, you could also choose to pack a picnic and go out for lunch outside instead of going to a restaurant and spending upwards of $20 for a meal. And you could also just find other ways within your life for things that you like to do, but then you can also find a cheaper way to do them. So instead of spending money for an amusement park, go on a walk by the river with your friends, grab a Frisbee, do something else that's free or extremely cheap. And even if you have some money set aside for entertainment, it doesn't mean that you actually have to spend it. save that money and allocate it to your savings account, allocate it to a retirement fund, something else that's going to give you more benefit in the long run than doing something right now for that instant gratification. The next way that you can stop being broke is to cancel those unused memberships you have. We're talking about Netflix, Hulu, your gym membership, a pool membership, a magazine subscription, online subscription services, anything like that. If you're using it all the time, then that's okay. But if you were just letting it sit there and you're not touching it, this can be problematic for your budget. So if you never go to the gym and you paid for that gym membership in January and it's now July and you've never touched it, but you're paying $50 every single month for that, you're just literally throwing money away. So why not just cancel it and make it so much better for your budget and just your overall sanity, because you're not just going to be wasting money every single month. So again, it doesn't matter what it is, just find those things within your budget and the things that you're spending your money on that you just aren't using. A lot of these things can be hidden, so go through everything with a fine-tooth comb, examine it, figure it out, and you will definitely be surprised at how much money you're going to save. Another thing you can do right now to save money and stop being broke is to carpool. So if you're going to work and you know people who live near you, just go ahead and carpool. Not only are you going to help out the environment, but you're also going to save money on gas, because if you have a 30-minute commute to work, it may not seem like a big deal to put gas into your car every day or every month or whatever it is, but it definitely adds up over time. And especially if you're carpooling, it's a great way to kind of split the cost. And again, you're also helping out the environment. So something to consider. And if you don't want to carpool, just go ahead and you can buy a really cheap bike off of Craigslist or whatever, and you can just bike to work. If you have public transportation, you can also take that. So try to find alternative ways in order to save money rather than just filling your car up with gas. Another way you can stop being broke right now is to pack your own lunch for work and to make your own coffee at home. And it may not seem like a big deal if you go out to your favorite coffee shop a few times a week and spend $5 on a latte, but that adds up. If you go to the coffee shop and you spend $5 on a latte 3, 4, 5 times a week, that's an incredible amount of money that you are just wasting on coffee when you can make it at home yourself for a fraction of the cost. And the same thing can go with your lunch. If you have dinner the night before, just go ahead and make a little bit extra, save some leftovers for your lunch. You know, you can buy some really cheap alternatives at the grocery store to make sure you have food for the entire week instead of going out to lunch every single day. Of course, this isn't a bad thing. You can go to lunch, you can go to coffee. Just make sure that you have that within your budget set aside and you know that you're going to be spending X amount of dollars on eating out or getting coffee somewhere. So again, those are not bad things, but they are something to be conscious of, especially if you're wanting to save money and try to not be as broke and you are wanting to become more financially responsible. Another way to stop being broke is to save on your utilities. So you can turn down your AC, you can turn down your heater, you can turn off your lights, you can do so many things at home that'll help save you money. So if you don't have your AC running in the summer, you can just invest in a cheap fan and just have that going in the summertime. In the wintertime, don't have your heat on as high, and you can even turn it off periodically. Just bundle up in a few sweaters, add some blankets to your couch, and it's going to actually save you a lot of money in the long run. Personally, whenever I was in college, this is something that I did. And yes, our house was pretty chilly, but you just layered on some sweaters and curled up in some blankets. And honestly, we were really surprised at how much money we saved on our utility bill, because when we were in college, we really didn't have any money. We were really broke. And this was just one trick that we did in order to really help out our finances while we could. And we did see a difference there. So I would recommend trying it out. And the last way to stop being broke is to be motivated. And I know that so many of these tips and tricks that we've already provided sound like, okay, well, yeah, I could do that. But you actually be motivated to do them. You can't say, oh, that sounds like a good idea, and then just not do it. If you are really trying to go from being broke to financially stable, you need to be motivated and you need to be dedicated to do all of these. Maybe not all of these, but a big percentage of them, because honestly, wherever you can save money is going to help you in the long run. Even if you're saving $50 one month and then $75 another month, That's so much better than saving $5 here, $10 there. So these tips are definitely meant to help you, but you need to be motivated yourself in order to do them. So we hope these are helpful to you. We hope these are encouraging to you, and we hope that you're able to use them in your everyday life, because honestly, I can just speak from my own experience. I've used every single one of these when I was broke, and it definitely helped out in order to make me become more financially successful. So let us know what you thought of these tips in the comments below and kind of what you are doing in order to become more financially successful. We would love to know. So before you leave, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, and then check out the link in the description box for Dishing Out Wealth for our financial coaching services and so much more information. So we will go ahead and see you over at Dishing Out Wealth, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye.